Oh, ah, that stupid thing in the distance just shot me down instead. There is a quest to do. Clear this mess up out there.
Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared prisoners due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
Anything I should know about this place that you can share that is?
Word of the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have unity, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sorry. Flooded my house.
Here, they're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility. Try not to think. It'll only make you unhappy.
Paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. I feel much better.
to arise. We all know how invasive.
Lighting.
For their assigned work. Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
Right now, the paradigm needs our houses underwater. Hopefully, I wish I could program an automech to feel these feelings I'm feeling. You know, instead. Perfect society demands perfect
Word on the wireless is that Auntie's... May you realign with the paradigm. Well, you locked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
What's the void happening?
You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again.
Damn shame, best of luck.
All right, well, don't let me keep you.
My body is covered in burns acquired in battle during the attack.
Returned.
The only relief I have is when I can jump in the water and float over my former house.
Nice place.
Marvel, where each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence. A picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Dut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Same as ever, but prudence.
Westport looks in pretty bad shape. Anything I can do to help?
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle.
What if my power help grant you a reprieve? How exactly?
If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Half the town is presently underwater, no getting around that.
Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try.
For recreation, we sleep well at night. Work isn't
If you require assistance, let's negotiate my fee.
What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need.
We take a moment to rightly appreciate it all.
Well, you have intimate knowledge of the box station's workings, correct?
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
To the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Pursuing a malefactor named Augustine de Ree. Box Relay is her last known location.
Difficult place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
Devised the paradigm, a
I couldn't say no to that. I can't. Yes.
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
The system is
Already have the access pass. I'll be off to the Automatic Repair Center.
but now, more than ever,
Farewell now.
do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride.
Take. I'll pick up. Yeah, let's go with more damage. Yeah, let's do that one.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for humanity. It offers us to build new houses. But then, how do I cook the fish?
Enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community, sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the paradigm is the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have every... we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted. Fulfill our duty to the protectorate. We're all in this together.
Matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't give us the paradigm. And we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Nancy's workers.
represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and
Simply saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to
devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces its bounty for all. Sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem.
Julia offered personal interference with progress text forbidden. Inspect loudspeaker interface. Insert loudspeakers has been Westport allows authorized protectorate subjects to update with the auto quadro display. Okay.
Same as ever, but prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Everything, literally everything Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have and the
Day today. Are you mentally refreshed?
The matriarch and sovereign appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
There's a purple stain all around your mouth. What is that?
Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community.
Even to someone completely unobservant, that was remarkably unconvincing.
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hidden agent? It is widely known that a sentinel is required to stand revealed before rendering judgment. Why, a plot point about that featured prominently in the latest episode of I, Red Cloak.
I believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda, even if it does take some heavy dramatic license.
We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment.
Undercover operatives being required to reveal themselves seems unlikely.
Well, you appear to be far more fluent with Sentinel procedure than I. Veiled implication understood. If you'll excuse me, I best return to my work tasks. If you were a Sentinel, or in some Sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles. In any case, back to it.
Chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere.
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society may not take freely from our stocks, as our subjects do. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for moderate respective fees. Initiating.
Well, let's see what you get then, buddy. Well, definitely buying key. No junk. What's this then? Generally edge MK free swing rate.
Does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those meddlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within Anti's choice. So don't fret, the system is resilient.
I inhaled so much dust and debris.
Now, more than ever, we must
Still hurts to breathe.
hard to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates.
Go and play with the crabs then.
Seal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Treacherous. You're not made for fighting fairly. Your max health is reduced, but enemies lose track of you quickly and you deal bonus sneak attack damage. Oh god. I'm kinda tempted. What the hell? Let's go with it.
This looks like the place. Oh, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Set upon by shadows. I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
I'm gonna stand there now. Introduce me to your friend.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
We're working together to save Arcadia. Of course, I assume you would support.
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
Let Miles respond.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Maybe you'd like to think Niles offer of help?
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized the mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I mean, if not, sis.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
There's a question before I go. Oh well, I haven't found a way to reach the Vox station yet, so it might take me a while.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the consul.
There's a question before I go. I'll be quick.
I'll answer what I can.
How did the Protectorate doctor end up turning in rebel fighter?
If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so Small, claustrophobic, repressive, and my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration.
A distinctive mental refreshment.
Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds.
What can you tell me about your neighbors?
The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here, and I feel kindly toward them.
Ah, by neighbors I was referring to Westport.
Ah, of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind if you've explored the nearby settlement. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me, of course, or anyone outside the Sovereign's grace, which has been to my benefit. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now, not even a crowbar could pry open all those shut eyes.
Yep. Cheers.
Put your hands on other people's things.
Yep. I sure do. God damn it. Pick up like a sprat in the trap.
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the Sprat race. Just didn't account for all these Crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hunt the Crabble skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
How did it end up there? What the hell was that bullshit? He just went underground and he just went up the wall and all? Emily Woodman, huh? Strangers won't leave. Ooh, what do we have here? Yeah. Plasma soap. I think we found the guy's place. And the passport order left's written in. Go, go, go get her. Hidden ambitions. Path of uncertainty. Forbidden food taste. Here, apparently. Okay, let's see here. What we gonna do? We have several things down south, but I think we're gonna go up and get these two done first. Then we go down here. Let me hand those in. And we should probably do this area. Then we go over here. So let's see, let's go for that one. wonder if these guys are gonna change to be normal eventually then. Maybe we can go. What's up to that cliff there? Yeah, that training facility is going to be interesting to do. Big, nasty robot in the way there. Seems to be normal now.
Closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
You're a friend of Augustine de Vries, aren't you?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
Let them talk.
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
That's nonsense, huh?
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to elaborate. All I knew was that she was fond of you, and that you were dead.
She was fond of me? Then why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action.
Yes, what is her present course of action exactly?
I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Victor's the guy who accused her of conspiring with, right?
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
She rambled on about the Sentinels versus the cult of corporatism and serial lots.
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
Again?
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
Is it true that the Order somehow helped on this invade, like the Protectorate is saying?
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
So how did you two meet?
We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing.
What do you know about what she was doing at the Vox station?
What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
Looks like knowing her was unsettling for you.
She's the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
Did you ever see her again, Savannah?
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me.
Was she there? Did you talk to her?
No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty.
This is all fascinating, but I have to find her before she does something drastic. Goodbye.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell.
Well,
but I know there's
the
still
heck,
hope
dude,
for
I'm
her.
not gonna let her live. You're gonna blast her. He's definitely unwell, but there's no hope for her. I'm gonna kill her.
I understand. Perhaps it actually is for the best. I truly cannot say.
5% more bits found in containers. Ah!
Are you still upright over there? Tall plants.
told him to jump in a river.
Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Floyd be damned. Sallying into the wire like that with nary a wish in her pocket? What was she thinking? Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line here regardless of provocation? Should my instructions have been more robust? Perhaps assisted by pictures?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She also took Scrabbles, sir.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems Calamity has claimed 2 good soldiers today. You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse.
On my me, just passing through.
Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation to warn you against setting a heel past this base. If you go any further, you go alone and at your own peril. No Anti's forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be.
What about the soldier who went out into the minefield?
First Officer Schultz's decision to enter the minefield was not sanctioned, approved, or encouraged. Frankly, I have no idea why she defied orders. Schultz was a good soldier, admirable sense of duty, less than optimal eyesight. Her loss will be felt in this unit. If only she had recognized the merits of our post. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue said watch until orders change.
I heard your subordinate mention Scrabbles earlier. What is that?
I'd thank you to affix some ballast to that name when you speak it. Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years. Outsiders may see him as a toy, but we've bled alongside that stuffed sprat. He's damn near family. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help morale to get him back, though.
Well, let's give him then. I think this might belong to you.
I'll be spaced. Scrabbles! And hardly the worse for wear. You've no grasp of what his return means to this unit. Scrabbles was originally a gift from my daughter. He fought with us during the Consolidation War and has seen this squad through every hard deployment since leaving Tau Ceti. He's also packed with some of the finest grade stimulants this side of legal. Here, for your trouble. Livener like that comes in handy when you're in a pinch.
This stimulating system, the Protectorate at the bridge won't stand a chance.
While we appreciate you returning Scrabbles, you'll not provoke me into a course of unwise action if that's your aim.
No, I'm not going to convince him to do anything.
When
We're
action is
gonna...
appropriate. And I'd suggest you modulate your tone more appropriately the next time we speak.
Attitude he had.